Glide baits, jerk baits, plastics, BFS baits, finesse baits. There are oodles and oodles of different tackle categories nowadays in the age of modern bass fishing. And when you start to collect this stuff, sometimes you can get a little bit unorganized. It's like, where the heck do I put these things? And if you're anything like me, it drives me nuts not having things organized. And in front of me here is a full system that will help you stay nip and tuck, nice and organized with all of today's modern fishing tackle. Let's break down what I would consider to be one of the hardest bait categories to store, or at least used to be the hardest. Big baits, specifically glide baits especially. We've got 3 different sizes of these big bait bags in front of me. You can see right here, we'll start with the medium. As a tournament guy myself, I like this for jumping into other guys' boats. I just want a couple glides with me. Boom. Nice and compact. I'm not taking up a bunch of room in my buddy's boats. Or if you're a guy where you just don't have a ton of glide baits, obviously they're not the easiest bait to store usually, but with these, again, super nice, compact. You're not messing up your tails on your baits. Your baits aren't gonna be flopping around in these roll bags. Really nice design for keeping your glides nip and tuck, making sure that they're running right. Next, we'll look at the large size. We'll open this one up for you guys here, show you how many we got in here. Look at that. That roll design, again, everything's compact. Boom, it opens up, and we got a ton of room for glides in here. We got 4 different pouches, and as you can see, we got room for other ones in here too. You'll note here, Velcro, that's pretty darn tough to get in there. So that, again, that keeps your baits secure, so that way they're not, getting pushed to the corners, tails are getting messed up. This is a PVC material here too. This is super nice, that way your trebles aren't getting caught up. One thing to note on these pockets too, you'll see that there's these stainless steel drainage holes here. Super nice for, again, if this is in the bottom of your boat, you get in some big water, get water in your compartments. Again, these are expensive baits, obviously, so that's nice where you don't have to worry about water pooling up in there, ruining your baits. And the last size, we've got the Big Bait XL. This is for the guys, if you're a glide bait connoisseur, you have tons of glide baits, this has got you covered here. Again, you can fit a ton of baits in there. Super, super sweet option. All right, so next up, let's look at the plastic cases that we have here. We got 2 sizes, the medium and the large size. This medium size matches 3600 size tackle trays, and this large size matches 3700 size tackle trays. Inside of these cases, you'll see here, there's dividers inside, and it's a super hard, rigid exterior to this. Really nice, that way your baits aren't getting crunched. If you got a bunch of these crammed into your boat compartments, you don't gotta worry about, plastics getting all smushed around. Super hardy case, keeping your plastics nice and protected. Those dividers, again, you can organize those dividers however you see fit. That see-through top, really nice again for digging around in your boats. That way you're not going, oh shoot, what's that container? Looking around trying to find what's what. Trying to find my swim baits, boom, look in the top, that's what I got. As you can see on the front here, there's a place where you can write on there what's exactly in there. And next, let's look at the zipper. This is a super rugged and waterproof zipper. Super nice, again, not worrying about my plastics get all weird if things get wet in my boat. And also too, I can use this for storing boat registration. If I'm in my kayak, need somewhere to put my keys and wallet, can throw them in here. Super versatile system with these plastic cases. So next up, let's take a look at the Ballistics lineup of boxes. As you can see, I got 4 of them here, and all of these boxes have a few things in common, so let's go over those quick. As you can see, every one of these has a crystal clear top, so you can see inside the box, you know exactly what's in there. They're made with a thick material for the bottom, and the corners are bulked up, so that way I don't have to worry about when I drop these boxes. We're all gonna do it at some point, right? But the box isn't gonna be toast after I drop it. With those bulked up corners, I can drop that thing and the box is gonna be just fine. And next, you can see here on the back of the box, stainless steel hinge in the back, super sturdy. Don't have to worry about that getting bent and my box is opening all weird. And as you can see here, looking at the edges of the boxes, we have the oversized waterproof gaskets. This ensures a really good sealer on the box. Don't have to worry about things getting rusted inside of them. And on the front, this latch, super secure latch. You can even just hear it. That is a solid latch. I don't have to worry about my boxes flipping open, and they're really easy to open too. And you got a spot set where you can label everything again if you have them lined up where they're up high. You can't see through the top. You got that label on the front where you can mark what's in there. So those are some of the cool features that first stand out with all of these ballistic boxes, but let's get into some of the specific details of each one of these. We're first going to start off with the Ballistic Hanger box. One thing that stands out right away is the angled storage in this box. Allows me to put a ton of baits in here. It's also a pretty darn deep box. So as you can see here, we've got it just packed to the gills. And with these dividers, you'll see that there are the 2 top notches in them, which allows you to hold 2 treble hooked baits in one slot. These dividers lock into place, can move these to wherever, so that way I can make sure all my baits fit in there exactly how I want them. Super organized. And again, the clear top, I can see exactly what I've got here. If I got a couple of these, I know it's my square bill box. I know it's my deep crank box just by looking at it. And with those dividers, you'll see it has the treble notches, but it also has 3 notches in there too where I could hang wire baits. And as you can see here, we have smaller, medium-sized crankbaits in there now. But what's cool about the customization of this box is, again, I can mix and match these dividers. I can even take out these 3 center dividers if I want to use this as just a big open tray compartment, or if I want to put bigger crankbaits in here, I can take out some of these dividers. There's a lot of opportunity to really customize this box and use it how best fits you. So next up, let's look at the terminal box. Considering the price of a lot of other terminal boxes that are on the market, this one here, considering how feature rich it is, it's tough to beat for the price. At first glance, you'll see in the lid here, there's drop down ridges. You'll see that those form perfectly to the cutouts that are in this box, so that way there's no more hooks flying into where they shouldn't be. You got hooks in your weights, weights in your hooks. And looking at the storage trays, you'll see that there's different sizes designed for different size weights, different size hooks, and you got a lot of different options in here. So there you have it with the terminal box. Next, let's take a look at the Twitch. This is a box that I get pretty fired up about. I love throwing jerk baits, love throwing top waters. So taking a look inside, you can see that this box is designed for long, thin baits. Again, jerk baits, top waters. We got spooks. We got 2-hook jerk baits, 3-hook jerk baits, long bill jerk baits, short bill jerk baits. We got it all in there, and they're all organized right where they should be. I'm gonna show you another cool thing about this box. Normally you wouldn't want to do that with a jerkbait box, right? But look, they're all right where they should be. And that's thanks to what you can see on the edges here. These are the silicone hook keepers. As you can see there, we got them all lined up. These are individually slotted keepers, so that way there's no more mix, match, and trebles. Super easy to just grab a bait and I'm ready to rock. No more fighting it. And with these baits being stored individually, again, it comes down to protection of your baits. I don't have to worry about weird rashes, ruining paint job on expensive baits. So that's the Twitch box. This comes in the traditional 3700 thin size, so again, really nice and compact. Last but not least, let's go to the Blade Runner box. So this box here is just your traditional 3700 size tray, which is pretty cool considering other spinnerbait, buzzbait, jig options that are out there. Most are pretty bulky. Take a look inside here. We have the double wide baggie that you can see here. And then there is the single wide baggie. Again, I could do a whole thing of single wides, or I could split it up like this, or I could do the whole container of double wides. They have almost this Ziploc style top. Again, keeps those baits secure, keeps water out of there, but if I ever did accidentally have one not close all the way, I forgot to close it, these baggies are infused with X-Rust. So again, it's not even a thought in my mind worrying about if my baits are gonna rust out. A lot of opportunity to really customize this box exactly how you want it. So there you have it. There is a rundown of some options for storing modern fishing tackle, all the way from protecting glide baits to storing finesse plastics, and quite literally everywhere in between. There is something here that will help you stay organized while out on the water.